Hey, you! Yeah, you! Did you think you had too much Justin before? Well, if the answer is still no, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Now, you can own your own book of Justin Robar pictures taken through his bathroom window. You can get such pictures as Naked Justin, Sexy Justin, On the Toilet Justin, Surprise Justin, So Many Pictures Than Before, even Gassy Justin, Poopy Justin, Toga Justin, Roman Justin. You gotta get this book because it's not going to be around for long as soon as he finds out about it. Order now and receive a DVD copy of the making of Justin Robar pictures taken through his bathroom window. Don't wait. For only $35, you can get this book and DVD together, but we'll throw in a special surprise. Yes, that's right. You won't know until you get the order. Order now.
When you told me that you wanted to make up for making a book with my naked pictures on it, and you said you had a special surprise for me on this podcast, I'm not going to lie, I was hoping for something different, sir.
Well, I gotta make you a star somehow.
That's true. I'm not doing a good job of it myself. This is the way everyone becomes a star in Hollywood, Justin. Just keep reminding yourself.
Yeah.
It's No Holds Barred podcast time.
Woo!
Podcast episode number 16, I believe.
16.
That's pretty crazy that we're actually up to episode number 16.
It's mind-crackling fun.
It is. It really is. Before we get to anything, Nick's been jonesing for his energy drink, so we're going to crack these open right a fucking way.
I didn't hit my microphone this time.
Neither did I. I'm pretty sure that's a new record.
I know.
Oh, those are tasty.
Oh, heaven.
And that's good podcasting there, that 4 or 5 seconds of dead air while we drank an energy drink.
You can cut that out.
Whatevs. So we got a jam-packed episode of the No Holds Barred podcast to talk at you about today. But first, we're going to start with we were supposed to have this podcast probably done and edited and uploaded by now.
Yeah.
Originally, we were going to do this afternoon.
There were complications. Justin texted me last night while I was at work, and he's like, I got shit to do today. And I'm like, jerking off with one person doesn't equal up to a jerk-off party, Justin.
But what if the other people are on webcams?
Okay.
Well, close enough.
Close enough.
But yeah, so I had some running around to do, so we were like, okay, we'll push it back to a little bit later. That's fine. And in pushing it back to a little bit later, we got caught in some slab wood-related distractions that had our podcast location kind of sewn up for a couple of hours. So we were literally in my room.
Literally slab wood.
Yeah, literally slab wood. But we were in my room doing absolutely nothing for a good 2 hours.
I don't know. I let go a really good fart.
You did let go a really good fart. It was actually it crossed the room, it crossed the border like in Oblivion, and it was just there was no such thing as a non-radioactive zone when that happened. So we apologize that this was actually supposed to be up sooner, but didn't end up happening. Yeah. Before we get into anything else, of course, want to remind you about the Last Fan Standing podcast. Please go check it out. The last episode of Last Fan Standing that we just recently did is suffering with no views. So please go on, watch that shit. It was a great interview we had with Mr. Gabe Vinals. So go on there and watch that.
Really good guy.
Exactly. Great guy. We're going to have him back on the podcast. We want to have him on one of these podcasts because Gabe, for an hour long on No Holds Barred, would be fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully he won't be walking around the streets of New York and we get to hear every person's conversation in the background.
Awesome.
That was kind of cool. But when it's like, it's your baby, it's like, I'm not overly concerned about hearing that. You know what I mean? But
also, to remind you, the TCW premiere show is coming to the Blockhouse Fire Hall.
Absolutely.
On May the 11th.
Yep, Saturday, May 11th. So not this coming Saturday, but next.
Yeah, me and Justin have our tickets, and we are going to film.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to film a little bit.
Hopefully get some interviews with some wrestlers.
Absolutely. So it might be a new episode. It might be a new For Dummies episode. No Holds Barred Productions professional wrestling for dummies. But we've yet to figure out what form it will take. But yes, we should be vlogging at that show. Hope to get some interviews with some guys. And we hopefully have some other just audio-only interviews coming up with some of the TCW and just maritime professional wrestling stars as well.
For sure.
So keep an eye out for that shit. Time to get into the actual podcast. Nick, I have to admit to having a problem.
Well, we all have problems.
We all have problems. My problem costs me money.
Hookers?
I don't consider that a problem, sir. That's not a problem. That's more of a hobby.
Okay.
This is an actual problem. I buy too many books.
Do you?
I buy way too many books. Like
well, seeing that you work in a bookstore,
that's just the problem, right? Like when I worked in Blockbuster, I bought too many movies and rented too many movies and rented too many video games. So clearly, I have self-control issues because now that I've worked in a bookstore for a little while, I'll just see a book and be like, I can get 30% off of that. Bam. So I have no impulse control when it comes to getting a deal. I guess, which is why that 2-for-1 hooker night, I was all over that because how can you pass up a deal?
I guess.
But it's not so much. It's not even just that it's like a money problem. It's become a space problem because like you saw how my room used to be. Like there was the 2 stacks of books that I used to film my videos. I sit my camera on top of them, but there was like a 3rd stack of books starting, and there was a stack of books on my nightstand, and it was just getting a little out of control. So I went and I finally cleaned some of that up, brought some downstairs here with a bookshelf we have down here in the dungeon. So I tossed a couple on there, but I really have to get it under control. Help me, Nick.
Excellent.
Help me.
Maybe I will.
Okay.
I'll just shadow you everywhere, and every time you pick up a book, I'll slap you on the back of the head.
I'm okay with this. I don't use my head for anything else. Neither one of them.
Good.
But what's new with you, sir?
What's new with me? I've been working a lot lately. Also went down and cleaned my car out, got it ready for September.
Oh, did you? Fantastic.
Yeah, it's come back on the road then.
You're going to wait till September, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it's going to be like a birthday present to me.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Yeah, then do a road trip. Maybe to Moncton.
Why not?
So you best be free in September.
Yeah, fair enough. Screw trying to get teaching jobs. Moncton.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a really cool idea. It's a nice idea to sort of have a set date that you're going to go towards and be like, it's going to be my birthday present, get my fucking car back on the road. Because that'd be great. Because I'm sure at least a little bit, you got to be missing it by now.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I would imagine.
The walking is nice and everything, but I mean, when you have a car, it's just like, I could be driving somewhere.
Yeah, it's like
I could be at the beach right now rather than walking around this town.
I could be at the beach right now stalking all the cute-looking people. But
that's right.
No,
I could be in Halifax right now cruising down Skin Garden
Oh,
Road.
my God. For anybody that lives in Nova Scotia, this is now starting to get to the time of year, which, by the way, the weather has turned around and it's so nice now. Like today in particular. This is
beautiful.
This is as close to a beach day as we've had all year. And the ladies in Halifax, the ladies of Halifax that like to flaunt down Spring Garden Road or
short skirts,
or as we like to call it, Skin Garden Road. It's thank you.
That's all you can say is thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, like university girls, thank you so much for making it just a pleasure to crawl down Spring Garden Road in the middle of traffic. But you know what? You don't even care.
No.
You don't even care.
Don't even care.
So we found out, and before we get into, of course, our super popular CraigsList and stupid recent news segments, it's not very often that we have too much, anyways, of a disagreement about something. And it's not like, and even what we're going to talk about here, it's not something that, like, we are, like, vehemently opposed to each other or anything, but we actually had a little bit of we had a beef. We had a no-holds-barred beef, and that's...
Just a little bit.
It's just a little bit, and it's weird, because we just don't typically have that, right? A little while ago, we were having a conversation, and I think I might have brought it up. I think I brought up online dating.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of been a proponent of online dating. If it works for you, okay. And I've done it before. Obviously, I've had a number of long distance relationships, and a number of them which began online. And then Nicholas pipes in, and he's just like the equivalent of "that's fucking stupid" or something like that.
I didn't word it like that.
No, that wasn't.
I
the
mean,
exact
I wasn't
verbiage.
bashing you down
No.
about it. It's just like I really don't agree with it.
Okay. And again, this is kind of where, again, not even really a beef, but just like two different points of view on something. So I'm very curious actually to hear your point of view on online dating and why you either don't think it works or think it doesn't work or whatever. Fire away, sir. The floor is yours.
I mean, you have online dating, you have long distance relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just you're not with the person. I mean, have you ever seen that movie Swordfish?
I have seen the movie Swordfish.
Where I think that's what it's called. Where it was a guy, he had a internet relationship. He went to go find the lady, and she was like had split personalities and was using the picture of her niece or whatever.
I think that was Swordfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even if it wasn't Swordfish, I do remember the movie.
Yeah. I mean, how do you know, like, if you have an internet relationship that the person is who they say they are? I mean, it's pure speculation, and I mean, talking to the person and doing like web chats and video chats and getting to know them is all and good, but unless you actually meet the person and get to know them in person,
Right.
then I mean, it's kind of pointless to me. And the long distance relationship thing is just, I don't know. It's just not clicking in my mind.
Okay. The way that I've always looked at it is, I've looked at it as a way to actually be able to, meet people if you're not the overly social drinker. We'll put it that way, or just like you're not a bar person. You know what I mean? Like, and
But I mean, there's more places to find people than they're just bars.
that's true.
I mean, go to church.
That's true. You can meet yourself a nice Catholic lady, and you'll be getting no sex. No sex till
Christian
marriage.
mingle, just go to church.
Christian mingle just is church. It's just church online. That's all that it is. But I think you've got some valid points in there. Like you always have to worry when you're in especially an online relationship where, like you say, unless you're actually speaking to the person where you can actually hear them or especially actually see them, you really never know. You know what I mean? And, you can even look at that whole Manti Te'o thing that happened. We talked about that on this podcast where he had that online relationship with a girl that ended up never existing. And it's just like, wow, that's kind of insane that that could still happen sort of today. But, I think it is a valid point. But, like I say, I don't know. To me, there's always been something about having the ability to meet people online, people who may, if they're being genuine, and again, it's hard to tell that sometimes, but if they're being genuine, actually meeting people that have similar interests to you, people that otherwise you never would have met. And so even if it doesn't end up being kind of a romantic thing, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I'm all for meeting people online and being friends with them. God knows I have friends online.
Yeah, exactly.
But to have more than that, like a relationship,
right,
with somebody who's out in buttfuck nowhere,
right,
is
buttfuck nowhere, Stan.
Yeah.
on the border of Pakistan and Iraq, I think. But fuck nowhere, Stan.
Sounds right.
We both did good in geography. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, it's
yeah. And I've been burned on it, so I actually don't really know why I advocate it so much, because I've actually been burned on it a number of times. But that was all sort of, I think if you go into it not knowing what you're doing, then you're setting yourself up for it. Then you're basically going to be screwed if you're not careful and you don't actually take the time to take the steps necessary to actually get to know somebody. And you're 100% right too when you said the way that you handle somebody in person. I think this is essentially what you said, was that you're not in person, and unless you're in person, how do you really know somebody?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can be essentially anybody that you want to be online or even through text messages. You know what I mean? So unless you're actually with the person physically in the same room, dealing with them on a moment-to-moment basis, how do you really know them?
I think you summed up my words perfectly.
Beautiful. But you know what? Even so, I still am a proponent of online dating if it works for you. It's worked for me in a couple of cases, and I've been burned by it in a couple of cases. So, I mean, it's 50-50, but I guess if you're smart about it, I say go for it. Nick doesn't seem to think there's much point, and I think both of them are kind of valid ways to approach it, depending, I guess, on how you look at the subject. This podcast, of course, sponsored by eHarmony. Free communication weekend next. No, that's kidding. I wish we were sponsored by eHarmony. I wish we were sponsored by somebody.
Yeah, it'd be
Sponsorship
nice.
would be nice. You know what? We drink Starbucks refreshers almost every podcast. Toss us an endorsement. You know what? Just send us like a couple of weeks' supply of Starbucks refreshers.
That'd be nice.
We'll just be very happy.
Or coffee.
Coffee would be good. Coffee would be good as long as it doesn't come in the pretentious grande cups. I can't. You know what? I can't handle. This is the only Starbucks product I can handle.
Oh, really?
Because Starbucks is so fucking pretentious to me. I can't stand it. I can't walk in the place because it's just like you walk into the place and it's like everybody in there thinks their farts don't stink. Like, I mean, just I can't get
They're
over it.
Sitting on their little stools with their laptops and their lattes.
Exactly, and it's like I'm here writing my screenplay. I can't write my screenplay at home because nobody can watch me. Maybe that's demonizing the people that go to Starbucks just a little bit, but no, it's accurate, 100% accurate, exactly. Speaking of online people who are desperate for a relationship, it's back to the award-winning greatest segment this podcast has ever seen.
CraigsList.
CraigsList. Eventually, we are going to come up with theme songs here, and maybe, hopefully, our good friend Gabe Vanals, who has a production studio in New York, might help us with the. What was I talking about? Jingles, theme songs, miscellaneous, what have you. Exactly. I'm going to pull up the Craigslist articles now. Nick's going to talk for a second.
Okay. While Justin reaches in his pants and pulls up the articles, we will. Oh, he got them up already.
Oh, they're up already.
Oh, man.
It doesn't take me very
You're
long
fast
to get
at
up.
that, aren't you?
Just ask my girlfriends. Or Jill. For those of you that couldn't see, if you weren't watching, I just did the snap my fingers, spin around, point at Nick, and said his stepsister's name. Okay.
This is a long article.
This is. We're going to have to paraphrase it. So, of course, with the Craigslist segment, as everybody knows, we go on the Halifax, Nova Scotia Craigslist in the casual encounters section, women for men, because that's where the funny shit is. Hooray! So, we are on our first article here, which is, I keep calling them articles. They're not. They're ads. They're not articles at all. All right. The first ad, which is entitled Revenge on Boyfriend. This is a 21-year-old lady, wink, wink, in the HRM.
She wants revenge.
She wants revenge on her boyfriend for, I don't know, something. Maybe we'll find out. Hi, guys. Hello.
Hi.
What's up? You're on our podcast. You don't even know it. I've cuckolded my boyfriend before. Well, that's just mean.
What? Cuckolded?
Cuckolded? Cuckolding is usually a woman will have sex with a man. It can be vice versa, but it's typically women.
Okay.
A woman will have sex with a man and like make her boyfriend watch, or make her boyfriend very aware of the fact that they're doing it.
Oh,
It's called
okay.
cuckolding. Like it's just like it's punishment, or it's like you have to watch this. It's supposed to be kinky, but I just kind of think it's greasy. I've cuckolded my boyfriend before, both while he was there to watch and on my own. I've always enjoyed teasing him. This time, however, I'm out for revenge. He's been neglecting me for weeks, and I need satisfaction. Well, since you sound like a fucking peach to begin with, I can't say I blame him for neglecting you, sweetie.
Yeah, you're making him watch and not participate. Why wouldn't he not pay attention to you?
Exactly. I'm looking for a hung guy, preferably 20 to 35 inches. That's insane.
Wow.
Like, I mean, you might want to consider like a lamppost or something if you need something that big. God damn. Ugh. In reasonably good shape, must be clean, D&D free, etc. Don't bother replying if you can't type a coherent email. So not only does this woman want a 20 to 35 inch penis, she also wants you to have good grammar
And be educated.
be fucking edumacated, and I think that's just asking too much, unless you're looking for Nick. This guy. This is either for tonight or a night in the next few days. We'll discuss hosting, etc. if we like each other. Hosting. So are we gonna like rent out an arena, or
I think so. Rent out a arena, or we're going to make a web page, or
web hosting? cuckoldmyboyfriend.com.org.
Cuckold.
We may have to meet for coffee or something beforehand.
You're buying me coffee?
I was like, you better be paying, bitch, because like you're being super mean to your boyfriend. You want an obnoxiously large penis.
Can we go to Starbucks?
Can I have a grande green tea latte, please? Not too much foam. Thank you. Moving on. Moving on. Country boy needed for NSA. Nova Scotia Athletics? This is no age given woman, wink wink, in Halifax. I'm sweet and awesome girl.
I'm sweet and awesome girl. I work really hard because I'm no fun bong.
Oh my God. That was amazing. That might be Nick's shining fucking moment on this podcast. Because that was beautiful.
Yes.
Hot and amazing body. Of course you do. Wonderful smile, smiley face. Well, it does look pretty wonderful.
Does.
I mean,
that's a wonderful smiley face.
I mean, it looks like the same smiley face that a lot of people have sent me. You've even sent me that smiley face. I have. Sure. This is an ad by you, isn't it?
You caught me.
I caught you. Waiting for some passionate pleasure. Is that like an ice cream flavor or passionate pleasure?
She wants some sexual healing.
I think
sexual
healing is something that's good for me. Actually, I think passionate pleasure is a flavor of tea you can get at Starbucks.
Ooh.
I want to make a casual relationship out of clay. How do you? I want to make a casual relationship is not exactly something that you make. It's something that you have.
It kind of is.
It kind of is. So
maybe she wants to find like a whole bunch of like random guys and pick traits out of them and just cut off the body parts and put them together and make one Franken guy with all the relationship stuff.
I'm so glad you called him Franken guy. That's awesome. You've had two back-to-back shining moments here, man. That's awesome. I want to make a casual relationship, which we've just proven you can't do, and want to tell someone my secrets that I'm keeping.
Your secrets? Did you just stub your toe while you were writing this?
Someone
ad?
My secrets that I'm keeping. Moving on. Next one is entitled "I Need a Real Man for." There's ellipses. Wait for it. Sex. This is a no age given woman, wink wink, in Halifax. I am looking for someone good.
Wow.
I'm looking for someone good. C for at least 3 hours of me. What?
C for at
And
least.
this isn't the word C, S-E-E. This is just a capital letter C. C for at least 3 hours of me.
I don't know how to respond to that.
What do you think C could stand for? Matter of fact, what do you think the secrets were from that last girl? The last girl we just talked about. She's got all her secrets. What do you think her secrets are? Do you think it could have something to do with the C in this article?
Possibly.
Do you think these articles are posted by the Illuminati? We better call Nicolas Cage. He's a national treasure. C for at least 3 hours of me. I still don't know. Could it mean like $100 bill, like a C note?
Possibly.
Maybe, but like...
Why are you going to pay?
Yeah.
When people want it for free on here.
That's a good point. About my age, no more than 28.
Oh.
Nick screwed. I'm not. I'm still 28. I get the. Oh, Nick just farted. Oh well, I get this. Not able to type a coherent sentence woman all to myself. I think one night stand, no benefits. Okay, hang on.
No benefits.
Hang on.
Hang on.
So, she needs a real man for sex.
Yeah.
And she wants a one night stand, but there's no benefits. The sex in the one night stand is the benefits.
Yeah.
So she wants one, but she doesn't want one. This is like Kesha singing blah, blah, blah. It really is. Because in that song, she's all like, I want to have sex with you, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. And it's basically the whole point of the song. And shut up, I listen to Kesha.
Oh, I know. You can sing TikTok awfully well.
I sing TikTok super good. And moving on.
Moving on. This ad just makes me think too much, and me thinking too much makes Nick a
dull boy.
A dull boy.
Yeah, these last two ads have really questioned our faith in logic. I cannot live. Oh, God, fuck. I think this is by the same person.
I cannot live without.
Wait for it. Wait for it. There's more ellipses. There's more ellipses than last time. Fuck. But you know what? It's not even fuck. It's fack.
Oh yeah, fack.
It's
she uses
at
uses two at signs.
So she cannot live without fact. Okay, I am ready to enjoy life fully. Well, that's good. That's good. A positive.
Did you find your God?
She must have.
Are you somebody in Christian Mingle?
I imagine this will be about the tone of every profile in Christian Mingle. I am ready to enjoy life fully. Take a trip to the casino night.
That sounds fun.
Or have fun on the couch. Okay. If you are looking for a woman with a great body, has an average of a tornado.
In your pants? Holy crap.
What? What is an average of a tornado?
I'm only thinking that it's like that she's wrecked like a tornado.
Kansas? That she wrecked New Orleans, Louisiana, like Hurricane Katrina?
Yes, in her pants.
In her pants? What the fuck? How can you have an average of a tornado? An average of what? That is as a tornado. I can't believe I'm saying tornado so much. Okay.
But remember, she's going to take us to the casino.
Yeah, on her tornado. We won't even have to have a car. We'll just float on top of the tornado. If you are looking for a woman with a great body, has an average of a tornado, please contact me and let us make memories. I think if a tornado...
We have to contact this lady. We have to email this lady.
We do have to email this lady.
What's your tornado?
You know what? After this podcast, I'm going to email this lady, and next week we'll give you the results of any email that we happen to get back from this lady, because I have to understand. I have to know. Please contact me and let us make memories. Again, if there's a tornado involved, I'm pretty sure it's going to be memorable.
It is going to be memorable.
I'm looking for a one-night stand with benefits.
With benefits.
So this one makes more
Excellent.
sense than the last one, which is probably the same person, but she wants the one-night stand with the benefits. That's going to be an extra charge.
That is bonus. Moving on.
Moving on. We have this article, this ad, and one more. I keep saying article.
Sexual woman.
Sexual woman for exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, fun.
Fun.
That is such a letdown, the end of that title, because it's like all the exclamation points.
It is. It's like something
It's
was
setting
building
you,
up.
It's setting you up for something big, and then it's just
Yeah.
then it's just fun.
Fun.
It's just like fucking Avatar. It sets you up for something great, and then it's just like,
Exactly.
I'm just Pocahontas in space. So whatever. So we have sexual woman for fun. Again, an unaged woman, wink, wink, in Halifax. I guarantee you these three were the same person, now that I think about it, because it's just like, ugh.
Makes sense.
And also, this person misspelled sexual by putting an S just smack dab in the middle of it. So she might have been trying to say sensual and put an X instead of an N, or sexual and just added an S at a buttfuck nowhere. So one way or the other, it's not good. Turn of it and pour it down with your body on the bed.
Wait, what?
You know what? Fuck this ad. I'm not even going to give it the benefit of the doubt for the rest of it. Just fuck it. We're moving on to the last one.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello, star pound.
Exclamation point. Batman symbol. This one is entitled "Hello!" Exclamation point asterisk exclamation point asterisk asterisk exclamation point. Are you there? Exclamation point asterisk exclamation point asterisk asterisk exclamation point asterisk asterisk exclamation point asterisk exclamation point. That is the title of this article.
That won me over right there.
This is the trippiest. I have the weirdest boner right now. This is the weirdest title I think I've ever seen for anything, and I read Kurt Vonnegut books. Hi. Nick just farted in hello to this lady. I guys. Up arrow to infinity.
I guys.
So
are you saying hi to the guys?
But she already said hi. It's hi, and then I guys.
So it's a guy.
I guess. Maybe she was trying to say you guys?
Possibly.
You can do fun.
I'm doing fun right now.
We're doing fun right now. We're podcasting like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But thank you for...
Yeah, we can do fun.
Thank you for realizing the fun that we are capable of doing.
Okay.
I'm ready now. Enjoy every time, any location.
You're ready now.
Are
you a pizza?
We should get pizza.
I'm ready now. Enjoy at any location, like Boston Pizza.
Like Shoppers Drug Mart. Yeah. Like Carousel Bookstore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to name drop businesses in town until we stop.
Like Cole's Bookstore.
Like Gow's Home Hardware. Like Empire Theaters. Like that greasy place under the bridge. Anywhere you want it. Then she gives her email address, which everyone should email DENELAYSSS@gmail.com. One more time, that was DENELAYSSS@gmail.com. Just spam the fuck out of that email address. I'm very fantasy.
So she likes to dress up.
She likes to dress up, and she likes to read J.R.R. Tolkien and George R.R. Martin books. And Relay Sweet Girl. Oh, you do Relay for Life. That is sweet.
Relay. Okay.
And so I'm very fantasy and Relay Sweet Girl. I want long-time relationship. So she wants a really long boat, and this isn't worth the effort.
A really long boat.
These last like 5.
She loves it long time.
She does love it long time, clearly, because she made like a 6-line ad out of fucking nothing. So she likes it long time for sure. Maybe people have caught on, and maybe people are doing these stupid ads just to get on our podcast.
Possibly.
It is. I would like to see it. I would like to see an ad pop up on here that's just like, I am only posting this ad to get on the No Holds Barred podcast. I would love to see an ad. So hey guys, if you want to pop on Craigslist and go in the Halifax Casual Encounters with a W4M article and be like, I just want to get on the No Holds Barred podcast, we would be super hyped and we would feature you for like an hour. That's the end of the Craigslist segment, everybody. Yay!
It's always a pleasure. It's always fun.
It's always something.
It's always something in the pants. Where are we at now?
I'm always something in the pants.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted to mention something extremely stupid. Actually, a couple of things that are extremely stupid. The first one here, this actually just happened today. We put out, it's leaf pickup around here now from, of course, like spring cleaning and everything like that. So this week was all leaf pickup. So this morning, we put out 2 bags of leaves. And we put them out in these orange leaf bags. And I'm going to pop up a picture right now if you're watching us on YouTube. There it is right there. That is a picture of the leaf bag, one of the leaf bags that's actually in my driveway right now.
It's a good-looking bag.
It's a good-looking bag. It's pretty big. It's an orange bag that very, very clearly has leaves in it. All right?
Or so you say.
So I say. Maybe it's a dead leaf body. Maybe it's that kid from, I don't remember the name of the movie. He had leaves on his whatever.
On his taint?
Maybe. We didn't get to see the young boy's taint in the movie, but maybe he had leaves there too. The Odd Life of Timothy Green, that's what it was. What a fucking terrible movie. Anyways, so we put that stuff out, and when I leave the house this morning, I look and I see that the garbage guys didn't take the bags. So I was like, okay. I walk out, and there's a big, giant yellow rejection sticker on both the bags.
Really?
Yes. And circled on the rejection sticker is, bag is not clear. It's not a clear bag. The next picture I'm going to show you is the actual box of bags that are in my basement. And what it says very clearly on the box is leaf bags. It specifically mentions that they are bags for leaves. And the garbage people, that's what I'm fucking calling them, the garbage people. They could be waste management professionals, but fuck it, they're the garbage people right now. Didn't take 2 bags of leaves because they weren't in clear, white, see-through plastic bags. Despite the fact that if you look at the bag, you can see there's nothing but leaves in it.
Oh, for sure.
So you can actually see that it is a leaf bag, I purchased leaf bags.
They take their job way too seriously
Apparently.
sometimes.
It's just like, well, according to regulation, the trash fucko regulation 3.927, fuck you. These leaves can't be in this orange bag, so fuck you, I guess. And just put the rejection thing on them and sent it away. Well, I have a message for you, garbage people. You're meanies.
Excellently put.
Oh, they're just so annoying. It's so dumb. But whatevs. I guess I'll just take a poop in the something or other next time they come around to pick things up. Next week, there's just going to be a big deuce. I'm just going to sit right on top of our recycle bin. It's just our green bin. It's just going to be a big old wet deuce right on the top of the bin.
Nice.
And it's going to be like, there, clean that up, cocksucker. Yeah. Profanity abound on the No Holds Barred podcast. Have you been watching have you been watching any like Canadian television or listening to any Canadian radio or anything like that at all recently?
Firstly, I don't listen to radio.
Okay.
Except for what is considered our podcast.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if you classify that as radio or not.
I would. It falls in the radio spectrum.
It falls in the kind of explicit radio spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Spectrum. He's spectrum good.
Yeah. But for Canadian TV, not really that much. Normally just pop online. I've been hooked on Dragon's Den. which
Yeah.
is some good watching.
Dragon's Den is a good show.
Yeah, and of course Star Trek, Doctor Who.
So basically, you watch space,
Basically,
space and CBC sometimes.
sometimes.
Right on. Fair enough. What I've been noticing, both on the radio and on Canadian TV, is the Conservative government. And I'm sorry, everybody, we're going to get a little political just for a few minutes, and then we'll go back to calling people stupid. The current Prime Minister in Canada is Mr. Stephen Harper, and he's everybody's best friend, and especially gays and women. He's a super mega douche to them. And he has gotten all butthurt because there's a new leader of the Liberal Party, which is the party opposite to him.
Okay.
So he's gotten super duper butthurt because it's Pierre Elliott Trudeau's son, Justin Trudeau. Yeah, exactly. Me. I'm the new leader of the Liberal Party. Fuck all y'all. No. That's my campaign platform. Fuck all y'all. No, but yeah, Justin Trudeau is the new leader of the Liberals. And almost immediately, the Conservative government puts out these attack ads. Nick, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm going to be testing your governmental knowledge of Canada right now.
Uh-oh.
And I know it's vast.
I tell you, it's growing each moment.
I'm growing each moment. Each moment we do this podcast. What was the results of the last election?
Carbonated water, fruit juices, concentrate, white grape, apple, pomegranate, red raspberry, ethanol, natural flavors, color, green coffee, not coffee, the Conservatives won a majority government.
Exactly.
Somebody told me in my ear. I think it was the fairies. Oh no, it might have been the crazy chick from one of the ads
Possibly.
on CraigsList. I think she found us.
Did she? Did she throw some asterisks in there?
Oh man,
There were so many asterisks.
she found us with her ship, her long
Her
ship,
tornado.
and her tornado in her pants, and it was magical.
Jesus. But you're right. You were to pull this back to politics now, because that's everybody's favorite topic. Yeah, the Conservatives won a majority government. What happens when the Tories, when any government, anyways, wins a majority government, is that they can't be kicked out.
Okay.
Right? Like they can't, because they have the majority of the seats, so they can't be kicked out. Basically, even if everybody's like, "You suck," they can be like, "Too bad, we have the majority of seats." They can't be kicked out. Essentially, unless they really fundamentally fuck up. So Stephen Harper, insecure little prick that he is, starts throwing out these attack ads when we can't have an election for at least another 2 years. Why?
It's a douche move.
What's the point? Well, exactly. What's the fucking point? Why put out attack ads now when you can't have an election for 2 years?
Because he has money and he wants to spend it.
I guess. There's a picture floating around Facebook right now that was just like Harper spent $220,000 of federal tax money to send these attack ads out through the mail. Postage. $220,000 worth of postage to send this out, and we fucking paid for it because it's out of tax money. God damn it. But yeah, I mean it's dumb, and the whole tone of all the ads is just like Justin Trudeau he's in over his head. He can't be prime minister. Well, of course he can't. He can't be prime minister for another 2 fucking years because we can't have another election.
God no.
Like it makes no sense. It's just it reeks of a guy with political penis envy because the guy on the other side of the floor is younger than him, and he's the new guy, and he's charismatic, and people like him. And he's actually, I think probably good for this country. So, I mean, it's just the whole thing. It's just so dumb. And it just, again, reeks of political penis envy. And it's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Terrible. Speaking of ridiculous, time for some stupid recent news.
Stupid recent news.
Hooray!
Around the world in 80 days.
Was that girl on her tornado?
Kind of.
Kind of.
The No Holds Barred team brings you stupid recent news.
Here we got one coming all the way from Brazil.
Ooh.
Brazil, where the ladies have the fat backs and they like to dance.
And they don't shave down there.
That's what I hear. That's why they all got a wax. That's just painful.
That's just nasty.
Oh, that's nasty. This is from
What the hell?
Petropolis, Brazil.
Man shoots himself in face with harpoon, avoids brain damage. That's some lucky man.
Exactly. Doctors in Brazil said a man was lucky to escape death and avoid brain damage when he shot himself through the eye with a harpoon gun.
How?
Ow is more like it. But yeah, I have no idea how you avoid brain damage by shooting yourself through the eye, because there is nothing to stop the harpoon or anything that is being shot, because your eye is not bone. I have no idea. Bruno Coutinho Coutinho was cleaning his harpoon gun. Okay, so he didn't do it intentionally. Was cleaning his harpoon gun at his Petropolis home when the gun accidentally fired, why was it loaded?
Yeah.
Why was the harpoon gun loaded when he was cleaning it?
Why was he cleaning the harpoon gun backwards?
That's a good question too. Why was he cleaning it backwards, and why was it loaded in the first
my
place?
precious harpoon gun. I'm going to polish you on your end. Oh, you don't like it.
Oh, no, right to my eye. The gun accidentally fired, sending a harpoon through his left eye and into his head. Ooh. Apparently the dude was taken to hospital. No shit. Where an x-ray showed the metal harpoon went straight through the back of his cranium. Oh my God. So it was just like clean through the back of this dude's head, and somehow he didn't get brain damage from this. Surgeons removed the harpoon in a pair of operations more than 10 hours after it became lodged. He had this thing in his head for 10 hours?
Apparently.
Jesus Christ. But you know what? It does lead us to use our ever popular No Holds Barred catchphrase, don't take it out, just leave it in. Don't take it out, just leave it in until we fall asleep together. 10 hours,
10
man.
hours
That
of pure
is
awesomeness for that guy, I bet.
That is horrific. Coutinho avoided brain damage but lost his left eye. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
How could a harpoon, if you shoot yourself in the left eye with a harpoon, how are you not going to lose your left eye?
I don't know. It'd be a miracle if he kept it.
Well, that's true. He should just keep just the emaciated left eye and just keep it in a jar and be like, you think you had a terrible day. Let me tell you about the worst day I ever had. So we feel bad for that guy.
We do. It's don't ever do that again, buddy.
Don't ever do that again. You might want to get rid of that harpoon gun.
Yeah.
To go on to something funny, in Seattle, there was a guy here in a wheelchair that had cherry tomatoes on his dick for no reason. Suspect in wheelchair arrested. He was in a wheelchair, too. Cherry tomatoes covering his privates.
Why?
Let's find out. Seattle police said a man in a wheelchair with multiple shoplifting arrests was busted at a store while wearing nothing but cherry tomatoes on his crotch. The Seattle Police Department said officers were called to a store just after 6:20 a.m. So he's doing this like early in the morning, too. This is the best way to ruin some high school dropout cashier's day.
Okay. If you have like multiple shoplifting convictions under your belt and you're going to go somewhere to possibly shoplift again, why draw attention to yourself by rolling in with just cherries on you?
No, apparently he didn't roll into the store with cherries. I guess he got the cherries while he was there.
Well, technically, he did roll into the store.
He did definitely roll into the store. That's true. So they were called to the store just after 6:20 a.m. on a report of a man causing a disturbance, and they arrived to find the suspect in the produce aisle with his pants on the floor, been there, and a pile of cherry tomatoes over his genitals. The man, who was arrested on suspicion of burglary, was found to be concealing most of a still frozen Jimmy Dean sausage sandwich. Well, that joke just writes itself.
Oh, Brian, your ears are like dog ears.
Where would you hide a
How are you doing
frozen? Where would you hide a frozen sausage sandwich?
Well, you're nude.
Well, you're nude. I think we all know the answer to that, and it's not pretty.
Where do the black guys hide the drugs in jail?
I was just about to say, that's where the Cubans hide the cocaine. Jesus. In his bum. Police said the man had numerous previous arrests for shoplifting and told officers he is not allowed inside the supermarket, part of the QFC chain based in Bellevue, Washington. Well, yeah, I think after this, chances are he's probably not going to be invited back into the store anytime soon.
Probably not.
Let's just put it that way.
What was the guy on anything, or was it just?
It didn't indicate it. It just seemed to indicate that the guy was completely sober. But how could you be completely sober and do that?
It's true.
Like, how bad an addiction to shoplifting would you have to not be drunk and just take a bunch of cherry tomatoes and smear them all over your dick? You must really need cherry tomatoes because those are going to be so vinegary when you try to cook them. Because you're in your wheelchair, everything's just kind of stewing down there.
Yeah,
that's just not good.
That's just nasty.
That's nasty. They don't shave down there. And the last article in Stupid Recent News: woman takes dad's ashes to the bank to prove death.
Why?
Oh, this is so bad.
You have a death certificate.
Apparently she didn't.
What? Everybody gets one.
Oh my God.
Tell him, Spider-Man.
Holy shit. Tell you exactly. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
This was from Stockport, England. We really went all over the world for this episode. We were in Brazil, then we were in Seattle, now we're in England.
Where in the world
is the No Holds Barred podcast, guys? A British woman who took her father's ashes to a bank said she wanted to prove his death and stop the debt collection letters. Well, I can tell you for a fact that
it's not going
that's not going to stop the debt collection letters at all. Siobhan Piers, 31, of Stockport, England, said her father, David, died of bone cancer at the age of 67 in October 2011. But she has since received...
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we're sorry to hear that, by the way. But she has since received about 20 letters from the Royal Bank of Scotland seeking to collect on a $9.17 overdraft debt.
Makes sense. It is a bank.
$9.17? You'd think they'd just whitewash that shit. That's nothing.
No.
That's a pen for a bank.
I know, but banks need their money. Apparently, the bank's over there.
They must be killing for money like Blockbuster. Piers said she sent the bank a copy of David's death certificate within 2 weeks of his death, but the bank insisted on being shown the original certificate, and the debt eventually grew to $955.31.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
How long did she put that off?
Well, it must have been going for a while if the debt from a $9 something overdraft went all the way up to almost $1,000, or that is some wicked interest rate. That's not even a departmental credit card. That's just like a pound you in the ass credit card with like an 85% interest rate.
Yeah.
That's insane. I took my dad to the bank and slapped his ashes on the counter. She didn't just put him on the counter. She slapped him on the counter. She reached into the urn and she scooped her hand in and she CM Punk'd with Paul Bearer that shit and just whack right down on the counter, saying, "I'm sick of getting hassled." I bet you the person at the bank was pretty sick of getting hassled there too.
Yeah.
RBS said the account was closed after Piers' visit to the Stockport branch, but further information came to light which meant it was necessary to contact her again. The bank said the debt has been passed to a debt recovery agent.
So they still want their money.
So they definitely still want their money. It's like, we're going to work with you after we screwed you out of $1,000. Maybe if you just pay us $700 or $800, we'll call it even. Fuck banks. Fuck capitalism.
I hate banks so much.
Fuck everybody but Nick Stevenson.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the Justin Robot
Word.
fella.
Exactly. That fat guy that does sports videos on the internet.
And the quiet, annoying fuck in the corner.
Sheiky?
I was referring to myself.
Oh, well, Sheiky's passed out, so he's pretty quiet right now.
I know.
So we're pretty close to an hour here. I thought I would like to maybe get towards ending the show on this one. If you're a hockey fan, there's no better time of year than right now. Because the NHL playoffs are about to start. They start on Wednesday.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, God damn it. Sheiky woke up and he's not happy.
Where?
You passed out in the corner, sir. I don't know what was wrong with you, but you definitely passed out and peed on yourself a little bit. And
You no good liar.
I'm not lying. I have a picture of you right now. It's on my phone, and you got pee all over the front of your pants, and you passed out. You're still a cool guy.
No good.
No good? No good. But you're still a cool guy. And we still want you on every episode of our podcast. So again, just to kind of finish this off, like I said, it's no better time in the world to be a hockey fan. You got the NHL playoffs that are starting up on Wednesday. And in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League in the CHL, the Halifax Mooseheads are in the President's Cup Final Championship Series. Those games begin on Friday and Saturday for games 1 and 2 in Halifax. Totally stoked. The Mooseheads have a great chance to go on to the MasterCard Memorial Cup, which is going to be played in Saskatoon. Go Moose, go.
Yeah, Moose.
So I think that's probably a good a spot as any to end our potty for this week. This potty was a journey to find ourselves. It was an exercise in patience and Nick staying awake and not having any food. And
this potty was brought to you by the letter H.
For hell.
For hell. And also by Starbucks refreshers.
Exactly. Starbucks refreshers, especially keeping Nick awake since 2013.
Carbonated water, fruit juices from concentrate, white grape, apple, orange, watermelon, ethanol, natural flavors, Greek coffee, fade extract, citric acid, vitamin C, ascorbic acid.
Oh my God, these things have ethanol in them. We gotta go to the doctor or something. That's not good. Ethanol will kill a motherfucker. We got to go to the hospital, everybody. This is episode number 16 of the No Holds Barred podcast. Get us on YouTube. Get us on our new Facebook page. All of that you can get to from our website, noholdsbarred.net63.net. We are out skis for another week. We'll be coming back at you next week. Anything left to say, Nick?
Caffeine, 50 millijoules.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.